Hello and welcome to Physics Talk. Today I'll be teaching projectile motion. Projectile motion is a motion in a plane with constant acceleration. By motion in a plane, I mean motion in two dimensions. Let's see this from a diagram. This is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. This is point O or origin. Okay, let's suppose that this empty region above x-axis and between x and y-axis is your sky, and this x-axis is your ground. The line of x-axis is your ground. Now you suppose you are standing at point O and you throw a ball in the air with some initial velocity u at an angle theta. The path taken by the ball is known as projectile motion. O O is known as point of projection. Theta is known as angle of projection. This OB, suppose this is B, okay, this OB is known as range, and time taken to reach O from O to B by the ball is known as time of flight. So we need to know what are the equations of motion here. Since it is in two dimension, so every variable would have x and y components. Therefore, we can write the equations as, suppose x component equations we are writing. So x component equations will be Vx is equal to Ux plus Ax into t. X is equal to Ux into t plus half Ax into t square, and Vx square is equal to Ux square plus 2 Ax into x. These are x component equations. What will be the y component equations? Equations will take a similar form, but with subscript y. Vy is equal to uy plus ay into t. Y is equal to uy into t plus half of ay into t square. Vy square is equal to uy square plus 2ay into y. If you don't know from where these equations came, please click the I button to go to the video where I have taught this. Now u is, as you know, it's the initial velocity. Ux, what will be Ux? See, from the diagram you can see that u has two components, u cos theta and u sin theta. So Ux will be the velocity in x direction, initial velocity in x direction, which is u cos theta. Uy will be u sin theta. Ax, there is no acceleration in x direction, so it is 0, and Ay is minus g, because g is downwards acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, we can modify the equations as, the equations will become Vx is equal to Ux or u cos theta, x is equal to Ux into t or u cos theta into t. Vy will be u sin theta minus gt. Y will be u sin theta into t minus half gt square, and Vy square will be uy square minus 2 gy. Okay, so these are our equations of motion in two dimensions in projectile motion. Now let's look at what will be the time of flight. So now time of flight we need to find out. What will be the time of flight? It is called capital T. Okay, if we look at this diagram, this is y, this is x, and this is your motion. So we can see that y is 0 at b. At point b, y is equal to 0. Therefore, putting this in the above equations, we can write 0 is equal to ut sine theta minus half gt square. Okay, taking t common, we can write u sine theta minus half gt is equal to 0. So therefore, either t is equal to 0 or t is equal to 2u sine theta by g. Now t is equal to 0 corresponds to point O. Therefore, our time of flight has to be 2u sine theta by g. Similarly, we can find out the range. For range, we know range is equal to OB. This OB is the range. So we can write OB or x is equal to u into capital T into cos theta. Why capital T? Because time taken to reach from O to B is capital T. So putting the value of capital T, u into 2u sine theta by g into cos theta. So this will give 2u square sine theta into cos theta by g, or this is equal to u square sine 2 theta by g. Now we can also find the maximum height. Maximum height. What is the maximum height? If this is your projectile motion, this point when there is no x component, when there is no y component, that is vy is equal to 0 and only x component, we know vx is constant, it is u cos theta. This point is known as maximum height h. How do we find this? We just put these two in the above equations of motion and we get it. So therefore we can write 0 is equal to u sine theta minus gt, or t is equal to u sine theta by g. This t is the time taken to reach from O to this maximum height point A. Okay. If we put it in another equation, so we will get h. H is equal to u sine theta into t minus half gt square. So this is u sine theta into u sine theta by g minus half g into u sine theta by g whole square. So by solving this, we get it is equal to u square sine square theta by 2g. Okay, so this was all about the theory of projectile motion. Now let's solve a question. Now the question, it is something like this. Suppose this is a building. Okay, this is the ground, this is a building, and person A is standing here and person B is standing here. So we need to find out, suppose A throws a ball with some initial velocity u in horizontal direction. Okay, now it has to reach B. Okay, suppose it is reaching B. This height is given h. So what is the distance between A and B. We need to find this. So in vertical motion, we can write y is equal to uy into t plus half of g t square. Now there is no uy here, so this term becomes 0. So simply y here is h is equal to half of g t square. So the time taken to reach from A to B is given by t is equal to 2h by g. In horizontal motion, if we write the equations of motion, this will be something like this: x is equal to ux into t. Okay, now this distance, suppose it is d. Okay, so d will be equal to u into 2h by under root of g, 2h by g square root. Therefore the distance AB will be equal to d square plus h square under root. Okay, so this is 2 u square h by g plus h square, the square root of this. So we got the distance. So that completes projectile motion. I hope everything is clear to all of you. If you like my videos, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get notified when new video comes. Thank you for your time.